to erode this prior resistance where I'm pointing here. There you go. This zone here, right? So we're digging into that. We're moving into the trendline support. Come down to the 15-minute chart. Let's try and home in on this now. We can regard this area or this area as virtually the same level as resistance, old resistance, now support. So we're not there yet, but we are definitely starting to penetrate. We've got a lower high over here. Okay, over here, it's a lower high. And I'll draw a Fibonacci on the 4-hour impulse. And this gives us a reference point. I'll just highlight that. That area there. Um, so as we're coming in, we're testing this support, trend line support. Okay. And if we extend this area, so we're moving in these prior higher closes is support area. Now that's a very firm correction. Let's see how we've got a good few hours yet to see how this candle closes. But it's pretty strong at the moment. On today's calendar, we have Jolts as a standout event. 40 minutes time. It's a strong move ahead of that event. Yields decelerating on that rally on the 10-year yield, decelerating today. 2-year much sharper. The 2-year tends to track Fed sentiment more than the 10, so that's a steep move. It's essentially it's a price action that we might expect. We were talking yesterday. This is a very inflated environment. Needs to pull back. Pulling back. And we'll find in this environment the currencies that are highest, such as let's have a look at dollar, sterling dollar. Let's have a look. Yeah. You see, yesterday we were trying to catch that move, and we're getting it today. That pound is relentless. Relentless. Central bank divergent themes is steering the market, and that's why the pound is doing so well with UK data, inflation out, jobs data, all pointing towards a 50 basis point hike from the Bank of England. So we can see strong sterling across the board, regardless of how well the dollar's performing. Cable is doing very well. The yen finally, the bulls are capitulating. Bank of Japan, central bank divergence themes playing into this. Pump, dump. So if we look for the levels, well, we're moving into this support area. What you'll expect then for today, given this strong move, dollar yen, so the most active time will be around the Wall Street Open at 9:30 New York. Okay, so we're getting this sell-off pre-New York Open. We can expect this to fizzle out, correct up. But let's see. Um, very, very good news for London traders because they're all in the money now, and that's what I'm saying. So, moving into the New York Open, if this area here starts to support, then you could get that opportunity for a scalp to the upside. But we'll have to see. Um, yeah, we'll have to see. Same across the board, really. Right. Are there any pairs that you guys want me to look into? How's gold getting on? Nice firm correction. Nice. Yeah. Still front side of that beautiful bearish trend that we've been in for so long. The question is now is it an impulse correction and continuation to the downside? Could be. It's an early move in the dollar ahead of the actual Wall Street Open. That's a strong sell off. So we'll have to see. 1804 daily gold. Let's have a look. Look. Um, this is well overdue a correction. The support area is going to be down to 1870 round number. So on a longer term time frame, let's go to the monthly chart. Okay. Strong impulse down, move up. Now this here, this leg that we're in, this corrective leg, is correcting this strong impulse. But with this makeup, this candle, opposing candle, the blue one in the middle, so move up, correction, move up. This is really all one leg. So if we measure this, that's all one leg. Besides that awkward month of February this year. We're just moving into that 38.2. The 38.2 is regarded as a support area. We're just moving into that. I think there's more to come down to the 50%. 1846 could be had. But on the daily, if we measure from top to bottom, draw our trend line, and if we zoom in and check out the structure, no, we're still good. We're still good above 1885. I think the 38.2, we could get some support, guys. I mean, we're starting to erode that prior low, but we've still got 1885 and 1885. I mean, we're getting support here, but if we do come up to come down, I think 1885 will be the line in the sand, so to speak. Let's have a look at the stocks. Just in terms of the weekly template, we're coming up into, we're back into last month's lows. Um, I think we've got last week's lows as a target here. This is on the 4-hour chart. Nice correction. Pulling up the Fibonacci scale. I like to use it as a guide. 38.2. The 50% mean reversion of this bearish breakout aligns with these lows over here. So that's a keen target in the Nasdaq. So a little bit more to come in the stocks to the upside. Pre-open. This could be the US 30 has been the laggard with its moves. If we get above old support in these stocks, then we're bullish. But this correction could quite easily be, just that, a correction, and leading to a downside continuation. We'll have to see. Dixie. How's our old friend Sterling Yen doing? Oh, finally wants to give us some downside, because this has been relentless. So we're starting to see these corrections, the corrections that we've been looking for this week. And with Friday coming up, perhaps Thursday is teeing us up for the bigger move on Friday. So I'd be cautious getting too excited and ahead of ourselves in anticipation of an almighty blow-off in Wall Street. This could be setting us up for corrections in Wall Street of the move we're already seeing in the New York Open. Wall Street, 9:30 New York time. And given that we're starting to make these moves, we're making these moves into Friday, and Friday could be the magnitude of of what's starting today. Okay, so how long we got? We got half an hour, less than half an hour until this key jobs data. So I think we should wrap it up. And guys, just be in anticipation of the moves that we're seeing now. So put it down to a 1 hour chart, say for the Aussie, which by the way is on the back foot because of yesterday's data. Central bank themes are the driving force. But we could see corrections in the Wall Street Open into these pumps. So you've got the pump in the Aussie dollar. This will be expected to, at some stage, decelerate, and you'll get your opportunity to buy the dollar back into these moves. But let's see. I mean, the opposite could happen. I mean, we could have a complete fallout. So if Wall Street opens and the theme is, we're beating down on those minutes from yesterday and sentiments flipped around, well, we can see continuations. But it'd be worthwhile just monitoring how we do at this point very closely because we're moving into support areas across the board or resistance. In euro dollar, look, coming up into this resistance zone, these prior lows. So these parabolic moves, these pumps, tend to get met with dumps as we open with fuller markets, and you can get your 25 pip scalps out of these types of moves. So euro dollar um, drawing down to the 15-minute chart, you want to see that trend met. I'll put a green line on that bullish trend. Then moving down to the 5-minute chart, this type of scenario over here, we start to get this sort of scenario there in resistance zone, then you'll be expecting the move in on the trend line support, breaking down structure, moving back up for the blow off. And that blow off can happen, during the Wall Street Open, for instance. Around about 9:30, that hour around the New York Open for those types of moves, and then to revert back to the dominant trend. So we'll keep an eye on this now, really. So let's wrap that up. Any pairs that you want me to look into specifically, or are we going to sit back and wait for this jolts data to come out and see how the dust lies around the Wall Street Open? And remember, whatever happens today is potentially setting up for tomorrow. So if we look at the daily chart in this euro, for instance, if we get today could be a correction, a positive close. So we'll have our first green day for how many days has it been? Listen, day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of bearish closes. We get an up day on Thursday, so it'll be a green triangle here. That will set us up for tomorrow, buying low for an even stronger correction into the whole of August, downtrend in August, right? So today correcting up, maybe we'll settle down a bit lower, but still an up day. Opening on Friday a bit lower to buy low to move up into all of this bearish sell-off. Okay, guys, so we'll wrap it up there. Um, let's see how this jobs data comes out and what reactions we're going to get. I think today the trading opportunities 9:30 New York, Wall Street open, right? Scalping opportunities, scalping back into if we get continued dollar strength and a wobble as we open in Wall Street, look for um, the scalping short. Okay, cheers, guys.